welcome back to my channel, Life as Tiff Knows It. Tiff here, bringing you a market day vlog. I am so excited. I have a market today. It is called the Merry Makers Market, and it is in the Denver metro area. It is going to be a big craft show today, and I've been very nervous and very excited for it. The booth fee was $35, so not too expensive, and I'm really hoping that I make my booth fee back. And if I make a profit, that would be really good. So this craft show is kind of unusual because I am doing it on a Tuesday. My day is going to be packed because I'm working my day job until about 1 p.m. and then going straight to the venue to set up. So I have most things in my car all ready to go. I'm just a little nervous. I don't want to lie to you. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So I almost feel like I need to set an alarm on my phone because I'm going to get so entrenched in work today probably, because that's just the way my job is. I don't want to miss leaving for my craft show. So if there's not music playing there, I'd love to get more footage of the actual craft show itself, because it's really hard to do that with copyright stuff. But I will try my best to do that. I almost wish I could bring my tripod and do like a hyperlapse of me setting up, but I haven't done this craft show before, and so I don't want to rock the boat or anything. I think there's over 100 vendors. So, and the advertisement said there'd be 2,000 people plus at this event. It's kind of strange. It's on a Tuesday. There's also going to be the lighting of a Christmas tree. This is through the city that I live in. So I guess we'll have to see. Come with me on this adventure, and I'm excited. I thought I would just show how pretty the sky is at my work. A lot of times I'm getting here a little later and the sunrise is just so beautiful, but it is starting to show. Sorry, you can see the light from from the parking lot. But isn't that pretty? I have to remember that even if this craft show does not go well, it's all fine. Like, everything is fine. All right, let's start the work day. Hey everyone, just wanted to check in. I'm about an hour and a half into the show and I have had some sales. I've sold 2 hats, a magnet, and 4 greeting cards, and I think something else, I can't remember. Oh, the bee. I've sold a bee. So it is going very well. It's very busy and I love it. I'll have to tell you all about the weird interaction I had when setting up. It was actually really funny, but it is quite busy here. I think it's funny I have a potty training book behind me. I'm in the potty training section in the library, which is just funny and random. But I will give you an update if I think about it before the show ends, and then a recap afterwards.
I think I remember you from oh yeah, good to see you. Yeah, I bought your book. You did? Yeah, I remember.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to provide you an update. I am done with the event. I have my wagon here. I'm gonna start packing up stuff, but this is what this event was all about, was lighting up all these lights. And I will say it is very, very festive and pretty. That was the building I was in. I'm right by the courthouse in Aurora, and they lit up all the lights on the building too. So this was a fun event. I think I will do this one again. I really wish it was not on a Tuesday, but what can you do? Hi everyone. I wanted to give you an update now that the market is all done. I'm back at home. It is the weekend, and I have to, before I tell you the stats, I have to tell you a really funny story. So I was feeling a little bit nervous with my choice of doing this craft show when I realized kind of the population in the library as I was setting up. Just like a lot of people, I don't want to like stereotype, but like it was by a courthouse, and so people who maybe were like seeking warmth by the in the library, who were like, they were just talking about how angry they were with the legal system and wanting money. And anyway, I got in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm carrying in this cash box, I'm really nervous. I don't want to get like mugged or anything, which everything was fine. It was all in my head. I just get nervous in general about, carrying a large sum of money. So anyway, um, this guy was like rapping, like singing really loudly and aggressive lyrics, and him and I were passing in the stairwell, and I was like carrying my cash box. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, and he was like, I heard him say something like, uh, let's see, like a beans in a scoop. And then he looked at me and then he said, and you look like a cup of soup. And it was like just the most random funny thing. Like, it wasn't anything that made me feel intimidated. Like, I was just in my head because I was worried that I would get like money stolen, but that was not it at all. And it was just a really weird, funny moment. I'm pretty sure he was probably drunk or high or something. But yeah, anyway, I've never been called a cup of soup. I'm going to take it as a compliment. Yeah. So let's talk about the stats of this market and kind of like a breakdown of my thoughts on it. I have to go back a couple pages to remember my scaling questions about how I felt about other markets, because I did not write that down. Okay, I found it. It was, I'm not using my notebook in order, and I should. So, coordinator communication, I felt like I got like really good communication from this coordinator. There was a little bit more of a process of applying for this show because it's through the city of Aurora, and I think they don't want to get sued. So I had to like fill out waivers, and I do have to submit for tax stuff. But the way the website was lined out, it was really easy to do. Ease of setup, I put like a 7 out of 10. I did park further away. They had like a loading area, but it was all full, and it seemed stressful to me to just keep my car parked while I unloaded. I don't know. I got in my head. So I could have made it easier on myself for sure. The other part that made it a little bit challenging was that I was downstairs, and so there's just one elevator, and it honestly was not as busy as I thought it would be, but yeah. 1 second. I think my daughter's calling me. Okay. Hungry child. The venue itself, it was like, it was not like the fanciest library. It was a library. So, I mean, I gave it like a 7 out of 10. The people in the venue before the event was a little sketchy. So that's a little bit why. Foot traffic, this event was busy. Like, I really enjoyed how festive this event was. The customers were really nice. Yeah, foot traffic was great. So I put a 9 out of 10. And so like overall, I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Like, I liked the experience. The coordinator is super nice. I really wish I would have made a little bit more profit, but I'll go into those numbers. I would absolutely do this event again. The other downside, and I already mentioned in the video, is on a Tuesday. And so like for me to work a full day, do the event, and then go to work the next day, that was a lot. Like, my body was not very happy with me. But it was definitely worth it. I think it's an event where they do it the same day of the year, regardless of when it falls, if that makes sense. I think it's always December 2nd. So, sales breakdown, I sold one hat for 15, and then another hat for 15, a magnet for 4, 4 greeting cards for 24, one bee, and it was one of my Halloween bees, so that was fun that I sold that in December for $10. I usually charge 12, but I'm like, that's not the season for that. Earrings, $8, and then 3 stickers for $10. So I made a total of $86 in sales, and my booth fee was $35. So I ended up making $51, which I know it's so easy for me to compare myself to other YouTubers who make a ton of money. But, you know, as long as I'm not losing money and I'm having fun, that's what matters to me. Like, obviously I want to build my business, and I will, and it's all fine. So if you like these type of videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love making these videos. I want to grow my channel. I have a goal. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which I think is kind of not going to happen, but maybe you can surprise me. Maybe you can help me with that goal of mine. I will see you in another video soon. I hope you're doing well. Happy holiday season. See you soon. Bye.